Alright folks, welcome back and thank you for tuning in. This is the type of video that I wish I would have seen before I started stacking silver. I would have avoided a lot of mistakes and saved a lot of money. We're going to be talking about things you should not do, and I want this to be a huge conversation. I want you all to be commenting down below mistakes you've made, maybe some tips and tricks. We're going to be going over a subreddit. This person said they just started stacking, any tips, and there's hundreds of people commenting saying mistakes they've made, maybe some tips they've, that they're giving out. I want this to be a huge discussion. And even if you're not new, you can still take a lot out of this. I wrote down 12 different key tips, key important things that I've personally experienced over the past 10 years. You guys can comment down below. We're going to be reading these as well. Before we jump into this video, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to be doing another giveaway soon. I haven't done a giveaway for a long time. So I think it's getting that time again where we start celebrating, or I start celebrating and appreciating you all. But also make sure you like this video and comment down below. I really want this video to get shown in front of as many stackers as possible, because the point of this video is to help people avoid mistakes. Silver stacking is becoming extremely popular. There's a lot of new stackers entering the market, and if you're uneducated or don't have the resources, then it is dangerous. And I would hate for someone to enter the market, get ripped off, or get scammed and then just dip out because they just haven't seen a video like this. So help this video get shown in front of as many people as possible by liking the video, watching it all the way through, and definitely leaving a comment down below on your experience, your mistakes you've made, your tips and advice, because that will also help these people, learn more as well. And hopefully the good comments on this video will get shown at the top so more people will see them. But this isn't just a beginner type of video. This could help anyone. A lot of these tips are things that I've recently experienced myself. I made a video titled Back to the Basics maybe 2 years ago, because I got so distracted. I was off in left field buying types of silver that went completely against the reason I'm stacking in the first place. I'm stacking because of silver's intrinsic value as money, the most highly conductive metal. So when I'm out there buying coins that have $20 premiums, that is missing the entire point of me stacking. That's just one small example. I wrote down 12 examples. You guys can write some down. We're going to be going over this subreddit. There's a lot of good things in here, like even on the side, real pawn shop interaction. This person says tips for new stackers, been working on tube of 90% quarters, finally finished, only to realize I accidentally, blah, blah, blah. So anyone have dishonest local coin shop experiences? There's a lot of information out there, and anyone can learn from this regardless of how long you've been stacking. So let's just jump straight into it. Remember folks, please like this video and comment down below your experience, because I don't want this just to be about me. There's no one size fits all silver stacking strategy. It's very universal. Everyone has different types of financial situations. Maybe he's been stacking longer than someone else, or has this type of silver versus someone else that has that type of silver, or will be stacking longer, or has a different selling time frame, has different opportunities to buy from different places. There's so many different variables, so you have to learn what works for you, because what works for me might not work for you, right? It really does depend. So anyways, let's jump straight into this. I'm going to start off with my first tip, which is why. We'll go back and forth. I'll throw a tip in there and then I'll read some of these. The first tip is, why are you stacking? I really want you to answer, in all these questions, I want you guys to reflect upon yourself, answer these questions. Why are you stacking? Are you stacking because maybe you're a prepper, SHTF type of person, and you learned that maybe junk silver and eagles are a great way to trade and barter as the system goes down? Or are you stacking because you just want to diversify your portfolio? Maybe just add that 15-20% of your portfolio into precious metals. Or maybe you're someone who's a quick flipper, looking to maybe buy some of these things, flip them, and then put it into something else. Why are you stacking? Answer that question. Why are you stacking? Now, let's jump into some of these. Okay, so this person, this is a very good comment. Don't max out your credit cards. Spend only what you can keep for at least 10 years. Get as close to spot as you can. This is a good point. It's actually one of my points as well. Budget. Do not spend more than you can. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford to buy it, right? And just like this person says, buy within your means. Buy within your means. Don't go out just because you watch some unboxing video on YouTube. I used to do this myself. I used to watch, my favorite channel was Silver Slacker, hence my name Silver Slayer, because back in the day when I started, he would be unboxing thousands of ounces in one video, and he would make multiple videos a week. Like I think he was in real estate or something. Back then, I was like washing dishes at, I was very young back then. Not too young, but like I'm 20, 19, 20, 21, that era. I was not making anywhere near as much money as someone like that had an actual, a career type job, or a job making a lot more money than someone working barely over minimum wage. So for me to be trying to buy like Silver Slacker, who's, literally unboxing like thousands of ounces at a time, go watch his videos. They're extremely impressive. But I was influenced by that, and I wish I would have learned to buy within my means in the beginning, because I had to end up selling a lot of it. Like I would buy a whole bunch, spend 75% of my paycheck because I was obsessed with it. I still am, but I'm more responsible now. And then I would have to end up selling it because my paycheck, I wouldn't get paid for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have to sell a lot of it, usually at a loss, right? I was a kid at that time, so obviously I wasn't very responsible. That's stuff I did learning from my mistakes. But buy within your means. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford to buy it. So now I'm glad that they mentioned that. This person says, buy some junk silver. Sure, the premiums are high, but they don't make 100 euro coins at the mint anymore. Now, this is a good point for a couple different reasons, but I have to disagree. The premiums aren't high as long as you buy from me. If you guys want to buy junk silver, I can sell you guys junk silver at only like 250 over spot, which is way less than an eagle. It's less than any type of other coin you're going to buy. It's even less than most rounds. I sell rounds for 235, or I guess just about the same price as rounds. So maybe he's buying from somewhere online that has high premium for junk silver, but I can offer you junk silver at very, very good prices. I'm not trying to do this to try to, promote myself. I'm just being honest, as junk silver is still cheap, meaning you still should buy it. He's even saying you should, even though the premiums are high. But the other point he's saying is they don't make it anymore. That is a very good point. They will grow numismatic value on top of the metal content. So if you can get it for very cheap prices right now, and then know that these coins over the years will still continue to grow in value because they don't make them anymore. Think in like 20 years how rare a mercury dime will be, especially since more and more are getting picked out of circulation. It's history, right? It's American history. So junk silver is great. Plus, it's fractional. It's a way to buy fractional silver for trading and bartering. Just like, let's say you are a prepper and you're looking to trade or barter with someone, but all you have are 1 ounce coins or 1 ounce rounds or 1 ounce bars, but you're trying to trade with something that's worth less than an ounce, especially in those, if we're talking about a situation like that, silver will be much more valuable than just $28. So an ounce of silver, if that's all you have, you're screwed. You're going to take a chainsaw to your coin and cut it in fourths to be able to give that person whatever you're trying to barter with? No, that's where fractional comes into play. Just like at the store, if you're trying to buy a pack of gum, but all you have are dollar bills and they don't have change, what are you going to do if the pack of gum isn't worth a full dollar? That's where change comes into play nowadays, just like it would with junk silver. And buying fractional types of rounds are a lot more expensive because they still have to stamp those. So junk silver's a benefit for both ways, as it's fractional and it's a piece of American history that can grow in value. I hope I'm going to try to, not talk too much, but I'm just explaining these things. So this person says, don't shop at APMEX. Now, this is where I don't want to get into politics or anything, but just like buying from me, you might be able to buy from somewhere else for a little cheaper, But buying from me ensures that this stuff is real and there's benefits on top. Like, what if your package gets lost, or what if something happens? God forbid something happens. You have to rely on their customer service, hopefully answering. They don't care. They don't know your last name. You don't know their last name. You don't know what part of the world they are. You're just hoping off that. Where if you buy from me and something goes wrong, you can call me. You have my actual phone number. You can text me or call me. And if I can't fix it, I can call Andy, or I could put you in contact with Andy. So buying from me, it's a trusted place, and you have direct contact with the actual CEO, one of the most respected people in the business, period. So a lot of people are willing to pay a couple more pennies. It's usually not even more than $1 at most if we're talking about some sites. A lot of times we can even match it, but that's what people are willing. Just like AppMex, it's a legit place. You know for sure your silver is real, and they usually are very, they're very reputable. So that's why I don't agree a lot when people say don't shop at AppMex. Then they'll go on eBay or something and they get ripped off or scammed. And it's, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Also, when I tell people, or someone tries to go somewhere else, it's like, okay, I might not have the best deal. Usually I can, but even if I don't, a lot of times it's worth paying the extra just for the insurance that you're getting it from a trusted place and someone who cares, especially since my audience or my clients, I'm going to go the extra mile. So anyways, this person says, new stacker here with recent lessons learned. Bigger denominations will bring much lower premiums. For example, buying a kilo costs less $3-4 an ounce compared to 1 ounce rounds. That's a good point. Bigger bang for your buck. Like our cheapest bars are obviously our 1,000 ounce COMEX bars. We really do sell 1,000 ounce COMEX bars. Now I'm not trying to keep talking about Miles Franklin, but I am a broker, so this is my experience when they're talking about buying and stuff. I can give personal firsthand experience from a seller instead of just coming from, a customer. So yes, bigger bang for your buck a lot of times, but you don't want to, sometimes it can bite you in the butt. Now, 1 ounce coins are extremely liquid, very sellable, very easy to sell. But let's say you have 100 ounce bars and silver goes up to $100. Your potential customer base, or the chance that everyone's going to have that much money, drastically goes down. So it's not as easily sellable. I'm sure you could still sell it. You could even sell it back to me. But let's say we're in like an SHTF situation. All you have are a whole bunch of bars that are heavy. I talked about 1 ounce bars you needing fractional for. Think about if all you have are, kilo bars or 10 ounce bars. So I always say I try not to go over like a kilo bar. A lot of times I just will stick with 10 ounce bars, but getting an extremely heavy bar can be good, but there's also a lot of cons that come with it beyond just the pros. So I'm going to go into my my third point, which is understanding the markets, right? I remember when I first started, I got into Morgans. I didn't understand the market of Morgans. I didn't know what a Carson City Mint was. I didn't know how to grade these coins, if it was a VG Plus or an MS64. So if I was buying it on eBay, which a lot of times I would buy Morgans on eBay because that's where I would find the cheapest prices. Another a mistake I was making. I wouldn't be able to grade because they would say, this is a VG Plus. And I would look on there, and I couldn't tell. I don't know if it was a VG Plus. It wasn't graded, so how they could have just pushed the type of condition it was up to make it pricier. So I didn't understand that. I didn't know, what a 1921 would like what the price would be from a 1921 to an 1898 or something. 1921 was the last year they minted them. Those are a lot more common compared to an older one. It's just things you got to understand the markets, not only from that perspective, but also understanding the markets on how they work. A lot of people get desensitized to these prices. Maybe you got in at $28 or $29 when all the hype is there. So you're ready at $28, $29, just expecting it to continue to go up, up, up. And then all of a sudden there's a dip or a correction. And all of a sudden you start panicking because you don't understand that silver is volatile. I'm not going to lie, it's more volatile than gold because it's a much, much, much smaller market than gold. But you still you have to learn the prices go up and down, and also what it influences and what affects the price. And understanding the true value of silver is the most important thing. Once you understand the true value of silver, detaching it from a fiat dollar basis, then you truly will not care if the price goes down a few dollars, or you actually will more 9 times out of 10 will be happy when the price goes down, because then you can lower your dollar per ounce average. You can get it for a discount, right? That's a good thing. If you go to the store and you want a pair of shoes, you aren't mad when the shoes are cheaper, right? So that's another thing. Another question, or another thing, since this video is already getting long, I want to get to some of my very important things I think people should think about is selling. Before I ever even buy a coin or a bar or whatever, I think about how I'll be able to sell it. That has helped me make, or I guess avoid a lot of mistakes, because when the whole point of a stacking, I guess looking at this from like an investment perspective, because I'm sure a lot of you will liquidate. Some people will never sell, they'll pass it down, which I will as well. But maybe if you got to pay off the mortgage or whatever, looking at this from a dollar perspective, if you think about how you'll be able to sell it before you buy it, it helps you. It helps for a lot of different reasons. One, pick the number. Are you willing to sell when silver gets to $50, or are you willing to sell when it gets to $100? What is that price? Have you ever thought about that? Also, have you ever thought about what price is too high for you to throw in the towel? If silver hits $50 in a couple of months, will you still be buying it? Or is that too pricey for you? Have you ever thought about that? And what would that price be? Right? These types of questions are very interesting because a lot of people never think about that. And where are you going to sell? How are you going to sell? Are you going to list all your stuff on eBay? Or are you going to dump it on the table at a local coin shop? There's benefits to both. The local coin shop is instant cash, but you won't get the same prices because that's one person's price, willing to give you one price compared to the entire world of you listing on eBay. The world versus one person, more than likely, your chances are that someone around the entire world is willing to pay a higher price than one guy's perspective that also has to resell that coin at a profit because he is the local coin shop owner. So you're paying a middleman that has to resell it, so he also obviously can't give the best price if he wants to make a profit. But online can be a lot. I will never forget. This is why I actually thought about this very important topic, is because someone emailed me a long time ago. I'm talking like 5 years ago. He said, Slayer, I wish I would have thought about this. He was planning on selling like a good majority. Like he's been buying silver since like $3 or $4. This guy was older. He was ready to turn it in. But he said he has been miserable listing all the silver on eBay. I mean, think about this. If you have thousands of ounces, eBay is your best bet to get the biggest bang for your buck. But think about how long it would take to take a picture from your phone. Remember, it's 3 to 4 pictures per listing. So that's thousands of ounces taking a picture for each and every single coin or bar, typing in you have to type in the denomination, a lot of times the diameter, the weight, the condition. You also have to take the pictures from your cell phone and then send them to your email and drag that to your computer. And then you have to have competition and you have to keep up with all these, these people's messages, and then you have to ship it out yourself. And then you're going to have people that try to complain and blah, 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 the drama between that and people trying to say that it was damaged, trying to get a better price or whatever. That is a lot. That's a full-time job. And think about if you have thousands of ounces. That is so beyond stressful to just think about. So what I recommend is making an eBay page right now and just selling like 1 or 2 ounces a month. Just so you build a base, you get good seller ratings. Because are you going to buy from a random eBay page that was created yesterday that has no seller ratings? I would hope you wouldn't. So set yourself up, because you are basically turning yourself into a business someday, right? You're buying your stack and you're going to be selling. And this is this is from like an investment perspective, remember. But think about that. You're just going to Are you just going to randomly list your entire stack one day and hope people buy off you? No, that's why if you make an account right now, name it something like I would do like Slayer's Coins and sell like 1 or 2 ounces a month. So then in like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you will have a legit business and you will be able to list more. And plus, you won't want to sell your entire stack at once anyways. So that's another very important tip as well. So let's go into this one. Let's see. Real pawn shop interaction. This is another thing. Pawn shops and coin shops are two completely different things. Completely different. A pawn shop doesn't go by spot price. A coin shop does. Pawn shops are not coin shops. Pawn shops are not coin shops. They are not. They're completely different. Do not go to a pawn shop. You will get ripped off. They will pay $4 for an American Eagle. They don't go by spot price. Go to coin shops and build relationships. I'm very good friends with a lot of the local coin shops owners. A lot of them. I've actually interviewed them on my channel. If you guys want to go back and check those out, I've interviewed a few different local coin shop owners. Storage and security. Storage and security. That's another one. That is another one. Storage and security. That is very important. I would hate for someone to stack their silver only to get it stolen, or they ruin it themselves because they didn't know about tarnish strips or dehumidifiers or silica gel packs, or keeping it in low moisture areas, or getting capsules and capsule tubes. Go to airtights.com or go to JP's Corner, or On Fire Guy on eBay, or JP's Corner on eBay, or air-tights.com. These are places you can get very cheap capsules. At Mex, their capsules are like $2 or something. You can get capsules online for like 36 cents. You can put the capsules, and I actually made a video. Teaching people, because a lot of people get overwhelmed because each capsule is a different size. Like a maple doesn't have the same diameter as an eagle. An eagle's like 41 centimeters and the maple's like 38 or 39. So you have to have a different capsule if you want it to fit snugly. So airtights.com has, it will say, capsules for maples and all the other ones that are 38 diameter. Then it will have like eagles and other things that are, 41. So that's another thing to remember is if you guys wear, gloves, do everything, because I would hate for someone to buy all the silver just to ruin it. Another one, never clean coins. Never clean coins. Do not do it. That will ruin it. If you clean your coin, you destroyed it. Test everything you buy. Yes, even from the big names, I don't agree with that. I don't think, if you really want to, I don't think if you're buying from AppMex or me or any of like JM Bullion or SD Bullion, those people do not have fake stuff. They do not. You don't have to worry about. Legitimate places, you don't have to worry about. You still can, and if you want to tell if your silver's real or not, there's several different ways. So you can do the scratch test, which a lot of local coin shops will do, but if you have some coins where condition matters, like scratch test is like for bars. There's the ping test, which, silver makes a different sound than if it's another coin. You can do the rare earth magnet test. You could weigh it. Since silver is such a dense metal, no other coin can match its density. So all you have to do is get a gram scale, weigh it, and if the coin, and as long as it's the correct diameter, you can even put it next to another coin, the coin will always weigh 31 grams. If it's real, if it's fake, it will always weigh a little more or a little less. I actually made a video a couple years ago and purposely bought fake silver to show you guys this. Go check that video out. It's very interesting. I bought a whole bunch of fake coins on purpose, and I showed you guys. I weighed them. They're always like 28 or like 33 because no metal can match silver's density. That's a great way. Just weigh it. You could also look at it. There's water buoyancy tests. There's like these big like scanners that cost thousands of dollars. You don't have to do that. There's many different ways to tell if it's real or it's fake. So make sure you guys know those tips. What else? This video is getting pretty long. We already went over a lot of these. Balance, balance is key. Maybe, you don't want to only buy, 1 ounce bars like this. You got to be able to diversify. You want to have some junk silver. You want to have, your bars. You want to have your coins. Your bull. I mean, you don't have to, but diversification usually is key. And even if you want to go into gold as well, and all these tips go for gold as well. Everything I've been saying, it goes for gold as well. Go hand in hand. But yeah, this video is getting pretty long. So I don't want to, I don't want to keep going on. Hopefully, you guys in the comment section will go in and I guess fill in the blanks of what I've missed. Another one I just thought about is, and this is because this was one of my mistakes I made, was buying from one. This was not a trusted seller, but I love pandas. I still do. I don't buy them anymore like as I used to. If I buy a panda, it's usually a slabbed panda for a specific reason. But I bought this slabbed panda. It was an MS70 2013 panda. The 2013 is it's very unique because there's 3 pandas on the coin. They're drinking out of like this lake. Most of them only have 1 or 2 pandas. So the 2013, they're beautiful coins. I found an MS70, which means it's perfect condition, and the eBay listing, it had 3 pictures of the slab with the coin, and all 3 of them, they were pretty good, but looking back, there was some red flags I wish I would have seen, because when I got the coin, there was a milk spot on like the outer like frame, and the person purposely didn't show that part of the coin in the picture. But looking back, it's very obvious. But when I was looking, it's like, okay, that's an MS70 coin, right? It's graded. It's from PCGS or NGC. Those are the 2 biggest. You can actually type in, you can scan the barcode on those slabs as well and look up to see if it's appropriate coin. On NGC or PCGS, it has the barcode scanner. If you guys want to check that out to make sure. But yeah, so that was my mistake. So slabs are important. There's a saying, pay for the coin, not the slab. And that goes with newer stuff. If you want to buy like a Morgan or something, like an older coin, then yes, slabbed is actually probably better if you can get it for a good price. But newer stuff, don't buy an MS70 2024 Eagle. That makes no sense, because you can get the raw coin and probably ship it into NGC and probably get a 69 or maybe even a 70. So you don't want to do that. Pay for the coin, not the slab. Plus, that's not the reason we're stacking silver anyways, unless we're a quick flipper, are we? Right? So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else real quick. This video is like over half an hour long, so there's just so much, right? There's so much to this, and I hope you guys have gotten something out of this video. Make sure you share this video and comment down below and like it, and hopefully you watched all the way through so far, because this is the type of video that if someone watches, like if I would have seen this video before I started stacking, man, it would have helped a lot. And hopefully this does that to someone else. So, and hopefully even if you've been stacking, you learned something from this. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. I'll be doing some giveaways soon. If you guys want to go join a giveaway really quick within like the next 2 weeks, you guys can go join the Secret Silver Society. We're going to be capping silver's price at the closing day of August 31st. Everyone's going to cast in a vote in a couple of days, and whoever's closest to guessing what silver's price will be on August 31st will win some silver. It's also an open discussion board in there for the members. It's really fun. You can share pictures in there, send links to videos, talk with everyone, ask questions. It's just a cool community. Plus, I do like live streams on there and stuff. So patreon.com/silverslayer. I'll post a link. And yeah, if you want to purchase silver, email me slayer@milesfranklin.com or call me 330-485-6172. I'm a trusted place, and I will make sure that your silver gets to you safely, and if something were to happen, God forbid, I could fix it. So anyways, yeah, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. Hope you guys are stacking safely. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and keep on stacking, my friends. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.